Welcome to this week's edition of the Regtech Africa News Roundup. And here are the top headlines for the week.
Central Bank of Nigeria dismisses Naira redenomination rumors. MTN Nigeria ordered to pay 57.2 billion naira in tax arrears to FIRS. NDIC refunds 1.2 billion naira to depositors of liquidated microfinance banks. Budget Minister and stakeholders advocate for inclusive and robust national statistical system. Boat Kenya ordered to compensate driver over $600,000 and rectify account deactivation. Seychelles promotes Cash-Lite approach to support vulnerable groups. And Turkey to strengthen crypto asset regulations in bid to exit FATF grey list. Now the news in details. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has refuted recent reports suggesting that it intends to redominate the nation's local currency. CBN's Director of Corporate Communications, Issa Abdulmumin, made this clarification in a statement titled "No Plan to Redominate the Naira." Issa noted that authors of the message in the attempt to mislead the masses took from an old policy initiative by former CBN governor in 2007 and presented it as recent. The Tax Appeal Tribunal's Lagos State Division has ruled that MTN Nigeria Communications must pay 57.2 billion naira in tax arrears to the Federal Inland Revenue Service (FIRS). The judgment pertains to the unpaid taxes from the years spanning from 2007 to 2017. The verdict was issued by a 5-member panel led by Professor A.B. Ahmed, following an appeal filed by the telecom company challenging the FIRS's demand for settling the outstanding tax. The Nigerian Deposit Insurance Corporation (NDIC) has announced that it continues to refund more depositors of microfinance banks whose licenses were recently revoked by the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN). The NDIC has returned 1.2 billion naira to approximately 34,000 depositors from 179 microfinance banks across the country. The update comes after the NDIC previously revealed it had paid 1.84 billion naira to 27,573 depositors affected by the closure of microfinance banks and primary mortgage banks in October. The Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Senator Abubakar Bagudu, has emphasized the need for a comprehensive and inclusive national statistical system in Nigeria. He made the call during the National Stakeholders Workshop on the production of the National Strategy for the Development of Statistics (NSDS) Phase 3 for 2024 to 2028, held in Abuja on Tuesday. Let's go for a short break, and when we come back, the news continues.
Do you want to develop strong foundation in regulatory fundamentals and the role of technology to achieve set organizational strategic plans? Sign up for the Regulatory Technology for Governance, Risk and Compliance training with AGRC in London and elevate your expertise.
Now in African news. Boat Kenya has been instructed to pay $662,743 to one of its drivers, Kennedy Imbugua. The driver took legal action against the e-hailing company, alleging various infringements against him and violations of the Transportation Network Companies (TNC) Owners, Drivers and Passengers Regulations of 2022. The driver accused Boat Kenya of violating his data privacy and subjecting him to harassment by deactivating his account on the platform, which left him unable to work and earn a living for 168 days. Seychelles is taking a Cash-Lite approach to ensure that specific segments of the population which are less adaptable to change and heavily rely on cash are provided with payment options. The Central Bank of Seychelles, CBS, stated that this approach will continue until digital alternatives become more prevalent and gain confidence in the market. Finally, in world news, Turkey is gearing up to introduce new legislation addressing crypto assets with the goal of persuading the Financial Action Task Force (FATF) to remove Turkey from the grey list of the countries that have been deemed insufficiently active in combating money laundering and terrorist financing in 2021. In an address to parliamentary session, Finance Minister Mehmet Simsek revealed that the FATF report had found Turkey to be fully compliant with 39 out of the watchdog's 40 standards, with one remaining concern being related to crypto assets. And that's it on Regtech Africa News Roundup. Join us again next week for all of the important news updates.